The contact with her presence, if we lived with her, was irresistible. Throughout her life, she stood as a strategist, determined, very intelligent, cunning, and owner of a gigantic fortune. The profile of the Egyptian queen, with all these qualities, allow her to conquer two of the most legendary characters in our history, the powerful Julius Caesar and Mark Antony, while she tried to discover, together with her personal physician, a painless poison. The queen was preparing for the worst. Cleopatra also had an impactful end. The queen failed to escape her rival Octavius, who had arrested her in Alexandria, but she resisted and would not surrender to the enemy, going through the humiliation of being a prisoner and hostage of Rome. That would be too embarrassing for a woman like her. Cleopatra was constantly watched over by order of Octavius, since she had attempted suicide twice. After the death of Mark Antony, the queen, always cunning, put an end to her own life. Before that, she sent a letter to Octavius in which she asked to be buried next to her late husband. In relation to her death, some sources say that she was voluntarily bitten by a serpent and died from the poison. Other sources and scholars affirm that Cleopatra took some poison. With these uncertainties, her end is quite controversial. Some sources say Cleopatra's personal physician had a great deal of knowledge about poisons. Besides, the queen was always a strategist and effective person. Most likely, she prepared her death in advance. Finally, even though the most famous version is the one that states that Cleopatra died while being deliberately bitten by a serpent, it's more likely she ingested some lethal poison, which did not cause major discomfort at the time of her death. She was found on top of a couch, dressed in beautiful garments. People claim that she had a serene expression. She died 9 days after the death of her lover. Her funeral was solemn and elegant, worthy of an Egyptian queen. Her request to be buried next to Mark Antony was respected.